Good boy,
Joe Zombie.
Hi. The whispers
Howdy.
are happening, and I don't like
The whispers, and a train all at once. It's great. We're just jumping into this episode. We just have to because the noise will never stop. All right, here we are.
Oh, now the noise.
It's because I was on. It's because I was on the menu. You're welcome. I did that for you.
Thank you.
Now we're where we left off with Mariah and emotional damage, because apparently in New Game Plus mode you don't ever get to be happy with her. You get to fall in love with everybody else, but never her.
I guess it's like no matter what your relationship with her, she's always just gonna leave.
Yes. I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
She's Korean. Got it. Anatoly and Gregor. I'll keep us alive. I promise. Until you get murdered and drowned and then stuck into the basement.
So I think we're just going out and finding the bodies of these.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're like failing and we're just going and getting the and then we're going to get the corpse. Yeah, they just have no chance of surviving it. Yeah. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Title card. Title card.
All right.
I guess the actual game is finally beginning. It was all prologue before.
Maybe. Yeah, this was all build up. This is the real game now.
I mean, it definitely feels like that because we haven't made a choice so far. We've beaten this game 3 times and not made one choice other than like what room to go into.
I'm guessing maybe we'll get to see what happened when we were, sleepwalking.
It's possible. Oh, so that was the thing we were going to talk about, was that I actually Googled the whole, because I was like, that's a really weird thing to say. And I was like, the whole, were you sent or did you choose to come here? And I Googled that because it's like, okay, this game is based off folklore. What's the folklore? Apparently that is something that's linked to Baba Yaga. So we are probably possessed by Baba Yaga.
The whole cannibalism angle.
Sure, it also makes sense that we would be possessed by them because the little vegetable dudes were talking about how Corinne is also a viable host to run the cabin. It also makes you wonder,
are the Chopettes our psyche, or is it weird spirit stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's?
For all I know, they're victims that all got murdered because the cabbage was talking about there's ashes in the oven and we found a key in there, so that could have been from the cabbage.
Yeah,
but
and of course they're talking about stuff that happened last time and all that sort of thing.
Correct. And then the other thing was they were talking about Corinne could be a host, and then they talked about how the
also about how eating people is apparently giving her power.
Yeah, eating the people is giving her power, but it was also, hold on a second.
All right. I guess it's just us now. He's gone to, I assume, check on what's happening. Probably his dog's going insane. But, sometimes it's just good for us to have our time together. Or we can, talk about some things about, if you have any ideas of what we should do next, leave them in the comments after Cooking Companions. After
there was an
ant damage has been done.
There was an ant the size of a $50 crawling across my little nebula here, and I didn't like that, so it's dead now.
It's okay. We got to have our moment together.
That's good. No, the other thing was that the ant completely blew my mind, but it was there was the fact that Corinne, and then we keep asking people stuff, and then the vegetables keep talking about how we're sleepwalking and we're not awake for it, so that's why I think we're possessed. That's what I was trying to, that was the whole thing I was trying to get to, is that I think we're possessed, not that we are Baba Yaga, because we keep passing out. Well, no, because if you were the evil entity, you would be awake for it, because you'd be like, yeah, do it, but we're the weird body. Also, we only seem to eat dead people. We're not actively killing them.
Well, we don't know if we are or not.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The nightmares could be us having actively murdered a person.
I mean, that's possible, but it said something about we fished her corpse out of the water, didn't it? Or something about that? Yeah. It talked about the water dream. We had a water dream. We
assume that's how we got that. But
the candle blew out. I forgot to read that screen a couple pages back.
We finally got to use the bathroom, is what it says.
You grasped blindly? Is that what it said?
Yeah, it's like,
oh, okay.
After the 3 went to sleep, you finally took the opportunity to use the bathroom.
Gotcha. Sorry. I was so caught up in trying to catch up on stuff because We have, I guess that's kind of a big thing to talk about, that Baba Yaga is involved in your story somehow, technically. So that was where my brain was trying to make sure we got that in the episode. And then ants appeared, and I was like, it was an ant like this big, dude. It was huge. It was massive.
I believe you.
It was so big, it scared me. I was like, oh,
that was big enough for you to literally just like not be able to put it out of your brain.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I was like, if that bites me, it's going to actually make me scream. So go ahead and take care of that. Also, I don't want more ants that big following him. You grasp blindly along the floor until you find a flashlight in the corner. Look at the mirror.
Yay. Oh, boy.
Did you just say
the whispers?
Why did it sound like you said a bad word?
Is there some kind of language, or is this like talking about how we're going to die?
Toilet roll.
Oh, beyond disgusting.
This is truly the scariest thing you've ever seen. With your interest waning, you decide to leave the bathroom. So I just kept clicking on the toilet roll until it was just like, no, seriously, this toilet roll is disgusting. You're out of toilet paper. You have to wipe your hand. You have to wipe your ass with your hand. It's so gross.
Yeah. And then you wipe your hand on the toilet roll.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, where else are you going to wipe it?
Time to surprise the others.
Time to surprise the others. Meat!
Oh, boy.
You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. I don't like the meat is coming towards us.
Yeah, it's shaking.
So we went into the bathroom, saw Mariah's ghost in the mirror, and now we have meat.
Yeah. And this is where
Corinne.
This starts. Yeah, she starts getting way too excited.
Where did you get that? You ignore her question.
What's that smell?
Close that window. You're letting the stank out. We're trying to have a fuck bucket in here. You gotta, if you make the stank go away, you gotta clean it. I was using the oven for a sex box, and you're trying to use it to cook meat. Gross. Anyway. Boy, the beginning of this episode went places, and it was nowhere progressive. Like, it was me fumbling around trying to remember we were sleepwalking and also being attacked by giant nebula ants.
Yeah, apparently you're just constantly under invasion.
Yeah. Gregor finally gets off the couch. See his arms?
Yeah, I do.
Where did you... The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting into small cutlets. They immediately grab some off of the plate, chewing ferociously. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely, hidden away so you can ration it better this time. I understand.
Yeah, because they'll just start insulting about how you have no rationing skills again. Correct. I don't want to get berated.
Correct. Thank you. He realized what it was and runs away.
Yeah.
Pukes in the toilet because he realizes what he ate.
Like, you
can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is...
Gregor starts crying.
Yeah. Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns looking choked up.
It does make me wonder, like, how they figure it out, like, so quickly about where you got the meat from.
I mean, from what I understand, human meat has a certain smell to it that does not smell like anything you actually want to eat, so... Actually,
based on all evidence, it smells and tastes like pork.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'd always heard that it stunk.
That is the closest thing to human meat.
Sure. Well,
like, if you actually find, like, a burning corpse that has its smell all of its own, but, like, actually cooking it, apparently it smells like pork.
It makes sense. We're very fat people, so... I need you to read.
Oh.
Left you some of the meat. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly takes a cutlet from the plate, turning his back to the group as he devours it. You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. Going to read some of those books. Yeah, the Necronomicon murder body preservation books.
Yeah, keep them occupied, okay? Subjects.
Corinne leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to? Gregor. We want to try to save Gregor.
Yeah, we talked with Anatoly last time, so we can talk with Gregor.
Try to save Gregor.
What is this happy music that just happened?
I don't know, but I'm okay with it. Gregor's happy. Hey.
I don't think his happiness is going to last very long.
Thanks for cooking the meat earlier. I was nearly passed out from the hunger pangs. Even if I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, I appreciate the vegetarian dishes you made earlier. You really respected Mariah's boundaries.
Yeah. Now that she's gone, we can eat all the meat we want.
Thank you for that. Gregor is more dense than you gave him credit for.
He's blushing now.
If there's extras, slip me some extra meat.
I'll slip you some extra meat. All right. Yeah.
Okay. Gregor, remember that.
Remember what? That we talked to him?
Ooh, getting close.
The relationship status carries over, I guess.
It's almost Gregor o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Going to see how Anatoly is doing. Later.
Get some more meat, if you know what I mean.
You have the bedroom all to yourself. Time to fat. Where do you want to check first? Under the floorboard? There's a chicken bone there before that's not there anymore. In the bird cage? The nightstand?
I say under the floorboard or in the bird cage. 'Cause I'm curious why I would ask us about the bird cage.
Where we can really see there's nothing there. Maybe it's the squirrel's body. There's nothing in the bird cage. It's completely empty. Let's click it again. The bottom of the bird cage is completely spotless. Did a bird ever go in here? No bird droppings or anything.
There's no way a bird was ever existed in that bird cage if it's spotless.
You can tell from the outside of the cage that it's completely empty.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
You can tell that, right?
Time to
You observe the cage is quite large. Maybe this isn't meant for birds. You look a little closer. You can make out an E, but the letter to the left of it is scratched out. This clue seems worthless.
Right. Sure.
You look a little closer. An E.
So we keep finding the E, apparently.
Yeah, find the E, you know what I'm saying? Under the floorboard, I guess. You notice a bone sticking out.
This is the bone you're talking about.
Is it a human bone? Nope, chicken bone. So that makes sense with Baba Yaga because her house is a chicken, and under the floorboards of the house being chicken bones makes sense. So
sure.
Also, you're not eating chicken in this house, especially not in the bedroom. So.
Yeah, there's no way.
Gross. Under the floorboards again. Floorboards look a little loose. You could probably pry it up to see what's under it. You're far too weak to pull up that floorboard.
I will pull up that floorboard. You don't even know.
Floorboard should really be repaired. You wonder if you could repair it yourself.
No.
You definitely can't repair this yourself. Nobody is around for miles either. You look a little closer. Nani? You found a small sock. Great. Somebody's foot out there is probably cold.
Great.
The small sock is worthless. Why did you even pick it up?
Like the game was like, you're a weirdo. Why did you pick up a sock?
So the interesting thing about this is that we now are actually able to explore and do things, where the other time it was click one thing and go, click one thing and go. So this feels like we're actually in the actual game now after all this time. It was like, all right, there's going to be some time loop stuff going on where you're going to murder people over and over again. We might actually get some
agency in this fucking version.
It's possible, so we've done
Except for apparently when it comes to Mariah, and she's always doomed no matter what you do, I guess.
I guess so. Inside the nightstand, under the bed.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll do that.
Various children's toys in it. What's this?
Oh, good.
Good.
It's spattered with blood. Amazing.
June 26, 1862. Another body of a child has been discovered within the city of Zakopane, whatever, with the remains stuffed into a barrel full of potatoes.
Zakopane.
I thought it was like, whatever. It's got to be some kind of Russian name, right? So
it was probably
or
like
Ukrainian, because they're running from Ukraine. So the cause of death was identical to earlier victims, with significant blood loss due to multiple stab wounds to the stomach. This marks the fourth victim by the butcher of Zakopane in less than a month.
Zakopane.
I'm just gonna say Zakopane. You take the bloody newspaper with you. Taking notes. 3 of 5.
We're not even going to acknowledge that it's covered with blood. Like our character's like, I'm just going to read this interesting article.
Okay, our character is not, because our character is a psychopath. Hours passed. The meal gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. The hunger is now permanent within them. Great, we have now placed the cannibal hunger in them. Good.
Yeah, I can't wait for the weird faces to start.
They're fine, but
great.
soon they'll be begging you for more.
There it is.
And here she is. How you doing, girl? We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time and there will be no dinner. Fine.
I understand.
I guess I'd rather eat tomorrow than more today.
Yeah,
no
you
arguments?
assholes, because you ate everything
no arguments?
last time.
Perfect. Didn't we actually do this last time and they...
We did.
And then they... Like, we still ended up eating somebody anyway. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly. Got another dream?
Because that's what we do. We do a thing, fall asleep. Make breakfast, fall asleep.
Dream.
Look under the floorboards, fall asleep.
You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food.
Oh, we're back to here again.
The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, this is when he talks about forging stuff. He plunges
it in your eyes and it barfs in your face. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get to do that again.
Yeah. Correct. My favorite.
Yeah.
It's fine. If you want to hear what that dream is, it's an earlier episode. Promise.
Yeah.
If you've gotten this far in the series, go back and watch from the beginning. You're weird.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being
if
here,
you
but
just started
go back
here,
to
you're
the
going
start.
to be confused.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot. You're going to be like, they're ruining, they're spoiling everything. It's like episode 12. Go away.
But I think it'd be more the first. It's like, oh, so that chick is just leaving immediately. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what she is. I guess she's got to go home, huh?
Yeah. We got the title screen. Mariah leaves, and then we get credits.
And then we eat Mariah, and we go to sleep.
That's how it goes.
You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. Still raining. He turns to you, not smiling.
Thank you, weatherman Gregor.
Take a look out the window. Do you notice anything? It's raining.
This is where we're gonna see her like poke her head out.
Where we're gonna see her peeking up behind that tree. Yeah.
Yeah, this is literally speaking to us in like Russian.
I think they're speaking in you whatever what is, I don't want to be insensitive.
Something Slavic.
Yeah, what is it Ukrainian? Is that the actual language?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be the trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now. Thank you, Gregor. Oh, good. He's back.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm looking up the language for the Ukraine.
Okay. Well, when you get back, you get to be all like, "Good morning, big guy."
Yeah. It is literally called Ukrainian.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. Can't wait for this fantastic line delivery.
Good morning, big guy. I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what you would have wanted.
God. I think he's right.
Go into watercolors.
I don't know. I think he's right. Please bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to the boiling cauldron water. It will taste bland without any seasoning, but you need to serve it up right away. I love Arby's roast beef sandwiches. Delicious.
What's taking so long?
I'm getting hungry. You're like, Anatoly, stop.
I'm going to have cheese to chew the meat, but not one yet.
I'm going to eat your face.
Boil it faster.
Yes, because boiling water faster is totally a thing you can do. It's absolutely, yeah.
Turn up the heat.
It looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in the bowls.
Please cook my meat in the oven. I don't want boiled meat. Ugh.
Okay, but when you think about it, you don't have to heat up a cauldron. You can just throw it in there, and like they already have boiling water on that oven all the time, so they just throw it in there and then scoop it out. Which also, that water is probably gross, but apparently that's a thing that people do. apparently. They just leave, or they did, I guess. Maybe people don't cook out of cauldrons as much anymore, but some people still do. But they would keep a pot going, and as long as it's still hot, I guess it's up to the temperature where bacteria can't grow in it.
Yeah,
so you just have a layer of like scorched garbage bullshit on the edge of, like a weird layer on the outside of it, and then you just like keep dumping in.
Yeah, the cast iron would work for that.
So you just keep dumping stuff into there and just keep stirring it in. You're just eating this gruel of whatever vegetables and meat you could throw in there, and you just eat it. And it's like, it's like peas from a month ago. No thanks. Gregor drinks the broth first before swallowing the chunks whole, like a duck does when eating bread.
Gotta choke it down. No.
Yeah, Gregor's like, this is delicious, thank you so much. You're like, do you want me to throw some rice out, big guy? What are you doing? I'm fine. I'll eat it myself.
If only he had done that while eating the bread, it would have been even more appropriate.
Yeah. Whack, whack, whack. Gregor's lost it. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth using the spoon. He's not eating his friend.
Yeah. Sorry about earlier, everyone.
I'm new to this whole cannibal thing. I didn't know there was.
This is my first cannibal soup, and I got a little carried away.
I forgot all decorum when it comes to eating a dead friend. I apologize.
I was aware of the rules because I read it in a book. Well, I didn't read it, but I looked at the pictures of the book.
Okay, but I looked at the first 3 pages, and I got bored, and everybody thinks I'm smart because I got glasses. I have a squirrel. No one knows where it is.
No one will acknowledge my squirrel. It's weird.
It was really weird. There's going to be an ending that's like, you noticed the squirrel.
I literally have him as a conversation piece, but no one talks about him.
Or talks to him. No one gives him a name. I want to reach out to the... I'm going to actually message the devs and ask what the story behind the squirrel is. I genuinely might send them an email and be like, what is the story with the squirrel? I need to know.
Please tell me. I would need to know if the squirrel's real or if we're all crazy.
Please, I need to know, because it only shows up at the very beginning of the game and then it's just gone. Yeah. It's already gone. It's not here anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it was there when we started.
Maybe not. It wasn't the original. Maybe it was the thing they were going to do in the prologue, and maybe those were just images from the prologue and they just didn't re-update them. Because there is like an appetizer version of this game that's like Sucker for Love, like the teaser thing. So maybe he's from that and he just didn't make it into the game. Anyway, I need you to read at your leisure.
I don't know what overtook me.
Probably eating a friend.
I'm not a smart man.
No, you are not.
But I can eat my friends.
Sure.
I know what meat is.
Yeah. What was your friend's name?
Maria.
Close enough. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Corinne. You didn't notice her even start to eat. There's just an empty bowl now. She just Goku'd it into her mouth.
Yeah. Oh, now she's got the eyes again.
This is when she gets angry.
Yeah.
That's not cannibalize. Cannibalize her weird, goofy watercolor face. Corinne is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. Gah! How could you be so careless again?
Oh, bitch, I'm gonna fuck a refrigerator. Get off my ass.
You remember Corinne's knife. Yeah, because apparently we're living in like 1800s or something, or like early 1900s or something.
We are literally the cabin in the woods.
Yeah, you need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? This storm isn't ending.
I feel like if we get a choice, she should go first.
You clear your throat.
She should leave.
Anatoly?
Yes?
I think tomorrow you should go look for Mariah. Or forage for plants outside.
I
think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants like you. That's different, isn't it?
No, because they all want him to go outside because they don't want to be the ones to do it. Because we literally talked about this. We're like, why can't they just fucking fish? It's right there.
I mean, no, there's that, but like, in the previous version of the game that we played through, or in the past story, Onion wanted us to tell him not to go. Remember, we had an option to tell him not to go, and this we just told him, no, you need to leave. You need to go home.
Yeah.
Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after a few hours. You can go pick up some mushrooms, pop in, grab some popcorn shrimp, and swim right back. Gregor is right, Anatoly. Maybe you'll find Mariah out there. Do you know who that is? You ate her, you cannibal, just like us. You're no better than us.
Maybe that true means you'll find her. It's like you'll end up in the same place.
Maybe.
I think Maria's fine by herself.
Yeah, probably. Oh, look, she's out the window. Take a look. It's great.
Yeah,
he
right
still
there.
hasn't accepted what happened.
I can see her corpse.
She doesn't. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. She doesn't need anyone's help. She's in my belly.
But we need your help, Anatoly.
Yeah,
that's right, Anatoly.
A bit different responses.
Yeah.
Because you're gung ho for him going out there.
Yeah.
Let me sleep on it.
Throw his bed out the window.
I want to spoon Gregor one more time before I go.
Yeah, but Gregor doesn't. Okay. No, Corinne sleeps in that room. Gregor sleeps on the couch.
I know. He's going to come out here and spoon with Gregor.
And we sleep wherever we fall down on the floor.
Apparently, like, power down in the corner like a robot.
We literally, like, and then we just, like, smash into a wall or roll down the stairs. So they keep saying
we sleep in the bathtub or something.
No, they literally talk about how we're just walking along and all of a sudden we just, like, narcoleptic out. Yeah, and then we'll be walking down the stairs from the basement and we're just like, and they're like, we're surprised you haven't broken your neck as many times as you fall down those stairs. And you're like,
especially since those stairs are a mile fucking long.
Dude, those stairs are like that scene from Hot Rod when he dances out his frustrations and then just rolls down the mountain for like an hour.
I was thinking it's the stairs from Ace Ventura when nature calls.
Sure, that too. It's the same joke. It still plays.
Yeah.
No problem, little guy.
We're still going to make you go anyway, but yeah, you sleep on it.
We're still going to throw you out the window.
Yeah. We'll pretend like you have an option.
Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed ravenous because I don't think you're eating stuff. You just keep giving them food.
Yeah, apparently you wait till everyone's dead before you start eating.
Something is approaching. Potato.
It's me. Potato. There it is.
Wow, okay, there it is. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. You ask Potato where the chompettes are. Cabbage, onion, raspberry, and bread. They moved on. Just us now.
Oh.
Oh, God, I think we're alone now. Yikes. It's a very scary raspberry.
Yeah.
The way it should have always been.
Why? Why potato?
Don't know, man. Your mind finally manages to forget everything that has happened. You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Day 46.
Yeah.
We woke up one of these days. We were in modern times with remember the really cute police officer,
where the chick was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna arrest you," and we're like, "Okay, you give it a shot."
We're like, "Were you brought here of your own free will?" And she's like, "Yeah, I was compelled to come arrest you." You're like, "All right, well, time to eat."
Yeah, you've sealed your fate. Here we go.
You're walking down the steps when you trip and fall. You snap every bone on the way down, landing in the basement as a writhing pile of flesh and bones. The whispers surround you, their laughter ringing in your ears. You wake in a cold sweat. Cool. We didn't drown in the water. We fell downstairs. Yeah. Something smells terrible in the living room.
Gregor
Anatoly puked in one of the corners. You leave it there so the others will question his fortitude. Whoa, it's telling it's telling stuff about our stuff. Whoa. Crazy. It's giving us different stuff. We've beat this game 4 times. It's still giving us new stuff.
Good morning.
I get that it's designed that way, but it's still crazy to know that we know where it's going, but we have no idea where we're going.
Yeah, we know the main beats, or at least we think we do.
Yeah, we think we do. Good morning, little guy. Well, Anatoly, what's your decision? I puked in the corner.
Yeah. I literally threw up, and I don't think I'm comfortable with this. I barely slept last night. Her whispers came through one of the holes in the floor.
Oh, good.
She kept telling me to come outside, and it's raining outside, and I don't do well and wet.
Well, we don't want to rush you, but one of us puked last night.
Yeah, it was me. I just said it. So that's what that smell was.
Anatoly is playing dumb for the group.
Anatoly. My patience is wearing thin, and my knife is very sharp. You have 1 hour to make a decision.
Why so quickly?
'Cause the rest of us need to eat.
Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of her knife under her dress.
Seriously, why did we give this bitch a knife?
Best to watch out for that knife.
I think she got it from Potato. Remember, she's been using that knife, and Potato keeps asking for the knife. So at some point, I think we gave her Potato's knife. Yeesh.
Yeah. Even I think Potato literally goes,
like,
"Why did you give her the knife?
Yeah, why did you give her my knife? What is wrong with you?" You're like, I don't know. So I keep putting my hand. I'm so used when I play. I have this little silicone pad, and I put it under my left palm when I'm doing WASD over here, and then sometimes when I'm just using a mouse game, I'll put it over here on the right. And I keep putting my arm over here resting on the pad even though I'm not using it. And I'm like, I could really use that on this arm. So I'm gonna readjust. Here we are. There's a little better. That's nice. Like that.
Constantly improving. That's what we're about.
Yeah. The group disperses. Tensions seem to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? I want to end this episode. Probably save. Have not saved in a while.
Yeah, we definitely should do that.
There we are. We have saved.
Created so many new save files.
It's true, because we thought that each one of those was going to be an important choice, and it turns out that none of them are actually choices.
Yeah.
Who knew? Anyway, I've been the Action Jones.
No, I've been Joe Zombie.
This is Cooking Companions. We are still standing, and thank you for watching. Until next time.
Hey!